Darkness. What is it really, and why does it occur? Well, after having gone through a pretty dark experience of my own recently, where I was falling back into energy of unworthiness and honestly like not wanting to be alive anymore, I had a deep run-in with darkness, and I realized that essentially the reason why I had fallen into this place, even though the previous couple weeks I was so at peace and so stable, and then I go from that to not wanting to be alive again. And it's like, how does this happen and why? And essentially, what I realized is like, there's a couple reasons why darkness actually occurs. One of them, of course, is to teach us lessons, right? But really, why do we need to learn lessons through darkness in the first place? It's because of our own limiting beliefs, and it's because of our own mental blockages that are standing in the way of us fulfilling our path and walking towards our destiny and being happy and healthy human beings in this modern society. So essentially, I sort of am at a place in my life where like I'm not necessarily where I want to be in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things that I wish were in my life that aren't currently here, like relationships and job opportunities and financial abundance and just all sorts of things, right? And so I was basically deeply judging myself and judging the universe because I couldn't see like, what have I done wrong? What is the good in this, right? Like, how is it that so many other people get these things and yet I don't? Like, is it me? Am I the problem? Is it the universe that's the problem? And in reality, I had a experience where I facilitated a group, and I've been called to facilitate groups and lead more recently. And so one of the reasons why my abundance and my success hasn't come is because there's this thing that I'm put here to do, and yet I haven't been willing to do it. And so I basically hosted a group last night, and this week leading up to it is when this darkness came in. And basically, like, it was a manifestation of the ways that I haven't been walking my path, or I haven't been fulfilling my purpose. So, these feelings of doubt and shame and unworthiness were basically like things that I had to work through in order to get to a happier, healthier place. One that I'm made for, one that I'm destined for, one that this is where all the abundance in my life will come from. So it's not to say that the darkness was the universe impressing these things on me, but the darkness was showing me where my work lies in order to step into greater fulfillment and more potential in the future. Isn't that beautiful? So in other experiences I've had where I was maybe traumatized by an experience with another person, let's say, I could have judged them for doing bad things to me, judged them for being a bad person, judged them for their ignorance, and just judged the whole situation from a victim mentality of like, poor me, right? Like, this sucks. Why did this happen? And almost every time that I've been able to say or see the good in the scenario, see how it was good for their relationship in some way, right? Like, one perspective would say it's bad for their relationship. Another greater perspective could see how it's actually good for their relationship, right? So in the moments where I can let go of the judgment of the darkness and see the light in it, then basically the illusion of darkness disappears, and you can see that it was never darkness to begin with. It was just your own resistance to your path. Wow. What a profound realization, because then you see that you do have reason to trust the universe. You do see that everything is happening for you, and you do see that you are the only one standing in the way of your own success and fulfillment. Pretty beautiful, right? So next time you have one of these moments where you're dealing with profound levels of darkness and, you're having a difficult time seeing the light in it, I urge you to ask yourself, what are you resisting? What are you being called to do that you're scared of? What are you being called to do that you think that you won't be capable of doing it? And say yes. Go through the resistance, deal with the difficulty, and do it anyway, and watch how things start to align for you. Because I think we all know what we're here for, but certain conditioning and certain beliefs and certain cultural storylines, basically make it hard to actually live out that potential. There are lots of people who want our lives for their own benefit, right? Like they want us working for them. They want us buying their products. They want us believing certain things that help them in their life rather than what help us in our life to become more empowered and sovereign. So yeah, hopefully this will find somebody who's dealing with darkness today and help you know that you're not alone and that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you have the key to get through it, and understand that to some degree or another you're also causing it because of your own unwillingness to do what you came here to do. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day. If you're interested, I do run weekly community groups online, so you can check those out and join. And if you're in London, I would love to meet up with you locally. And I do offer some community local groups as well. So find all that in the link in my bio. But otherwise, see you later. And here's Bodhi. Bodhi wants to say hi too. Hey bud, come on. Okay, he's too busy eating grass. See you all later.